what if I put filter right on each turbo, like What's going on, YouTube subscribers and everyone who's watching this channel? Since everything that's going on in the country and we're taking a lot of time off and have a lot of free time on our hands, do something crazy, try something crazy, and I don't know, experiment with the car and such a thing. So modified my intake system to the extreme. I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of replies and hate and all this. I mean, I tested it for a few days and then I'm planning to return back to stock by this weekend. So I only had it done for 5 days. I ran it like this for 5 days. I ran through heavy rains. I did some tests, see if it's gonna pull any rain into filters and stuff. I currently have my original intake is an air raid system. We all know that the piping that's going from air raid intake system, it goes one pipe out and then it splits to the front turbo and to the back turbo, and the whole split, the long pipes that's going all the way around, and it restricts some air. So the two turbos fighting for the air that's coming out of one pipe, so obviously they're battling each other. So there's a companies in there, EPP, that's designed an intake system that's one filter, two separate pipes, one for the back, one for the front. So I thought to myself, what if I do something even more extreme? What if I put filter right on each turbo? Like each turbo gets its own filter, straight up, right on it. So I looked at it, there's really no space to mount the filter onto the turbo itself, just space limits. So what I did is I purchased piping, all the factory piping, intake pipes that's coming off the turbo into the intake system. And I start cutting them down to get them as short as possible, so I can just stick the intake on it intake filter as close as possible to the turbo. And I ended up doing this system right here that you're looking at it. The front turbo has about 6-inch long pipe from the turbo up, and then the intake filter mounts to it. The rear turbo has about 12-inch long pipe with and the filter sits right on it. Like I said, I've been driving. We had 2 days of very heavy storm, lots of rain, and I've been driving through that weather, and I was checking under the hood after each drive to work and from work and to whatever I needed to do, and I did not see any water on the filter or near the filter. So water didn't get to it. And I mean, I've been punching through some deep hole puddles of water. So heavy rain, heavy puddles of water. I did not get any splashing on anywhere near the intake filters or on the engine in there, in that area. So that's on the safe side. The second thing I want to talk about, the air temperature. Yes, they do pull some of the hot air. It's not crazy. It's not extremely out of control. It does get really hot. Now, one more thing I want to mention is what I wanted to talk about. What else? Sound. Oh boy, this thing is sucking like crazy. I mean, sound is insane. It sounds like, you know how you have a milkshake and you get with a straw and you get all the way to the bottom and you're trying to get just suck through that straw, just last bit of the milkshake, and you're just trying to get it. That's pretty much how it sounds. I mean, when you step on the throttle, that thing, the suction of the intakes when you're punching the throttle is almost as loud as your blow-off valve when it does the blow-off. So think of your blow-off valve if you're venting to atmosphere. That's how the intake sounds. That's fun. That's a fun part, just that sound of the intake. It's insane. So all right, guys, also want to go over a few things. So as you know, there's a couple of things that disconnected in here. You might have questions about it. So first was the temp sensor that's connected to the intake pipe right here. I figured because the air comes into the filter right here and it's pretty much pulling this air, so if the temperature sensor hangs right next to the filter. It's pretty much measuring the same temperature that's coming in into the filter. So that's why I didn't bother punching the hole. I could have just punched the hole right in the tube and installed this temp sensor right in there, but I didn't bother because it's close enough. Second thing is right here. This is the brake booster controller. So this is the return air that's well, originally it picks pressure up from the pressure side, from the high pressure side, and then it uses for the brake boost controller, and then once it's unused air coming back into your intake. So this is the air return, so the air actually coming out of it, so it's no crime to just leave it hanging in here. And the third pipe hose is this guy right here, which is boost controller. And again, this is the return side. Again, I don't worry about it too much. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. So anyway, those are the three things that are not connected in this setup. Before you guys had any issue, I know you guys gonna be telling me that I missed this or I'm missing that, and they should be connected. So running with those three things unplugged, I didn't have any issues with any of the car functionality for the whole week. So there you go. Let's hear some whistle. I'm gonna put you guys right here, right there, looking at the intake. Hopefully, there you go. Enjoy. So anyway, that's the outcome. I did not notice crazy increase in the power, nothing noticeable. If you put it on a dyno, maybe you can gain a couple of horsepower, I believe, because you're getting air straight into the turbos. I mean, it should benefit at some point, but I did not personally feel that I gained a whole bunch of power and I was just, you know, I did none like that happened. So this is it. So don't hate so much. It is what it is. It's just a test. Don't try this at home. If you're not a subscriber to these videos, please click subscribe button, click that notification bell. Help me out with growing my channel. More of the fun videos. I have a couple more projects that I'm doing on this car as well, that I'm kind of been thinking about it, and now I'm actually putting it into the works. So stick around, stay subscribed. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks again.